Yeah,
This
Naveen, apart
conference
from
will
Varsha,
now be recorded.
Sorry.
are there anyone joined?
I don't have any idea.
Okay. Yeah, Varsha. Before starting to then SAP training, so currently you are in a developer role, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any basic idea on then SAP platform?
I don't have any idea, but my husband is actually in SAP. So,
Oh, good.
so actually,
Okay.
I am very enthusiastic to learn.
Oh, super, super. Okay, so okay. And which module your husband is working on?
He's working on MM.
Oh, material
Yeah.
management.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes, good. I think hope you are aware of this one, how the ERP system will work, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
know software testing, how
Okay.
the tool was working, etc. But I never work on SAP module actually. But
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just the familiar with the terms. Uh,
Okay. Okay. No, no issues. No issues. I will explain. Okay.
yeah.
So before coming to this one, then SAP comes under the platform of ERP. So enterprise resource planning actually.
Okay.
Okay. So ERP stands for enterprise resource planning. Okay. So enterprise resource planning. Okay, so SAP comes under this one, enterprise resource planning. Okay, so enterprise resource planning, so ERP. So in our current market, so we have a different ERP packages available actually.
Okay.
Okay, say for example Oracle. So Oracle is also one of the ERP package. Then we have a Joho Corporation. This is also one of the ERP package, and we have an SAP. SAP is also one of the ERP package. Then we have a Tally. Tally is also one of the ERP package. Okay, so
Okay.
different ERP packages are famous for an different applications actually. See, say for example Oracle. Okay,
Yeah.
Oracle is very famous for an financial sector,
Okay.
and even a database also. Okay, and we have a Joho Corporation. So this is for a small scale industries. Joho as well as an Tally also. Okay,
Okay.
so then when you go for within big organization, very a Fortune top 105 companies, so they are using the SAP to manage their business activities. Okay, but why SAP is popular in the sense, so when you purchase an SAP, so it will comes along with all applications modules, like say for example SD, then we have an MM, then we have an FICO, then we have an HR. Okay, then
Okay.
we have an SAP SD PP.
PP.
Okay, so the ERP is nothing but, so from purchased product to up to billing. Say for example,
Okay.
you want to purchase something. Say for I would like to purchase, say for example, one mobile. Okay, so before purchasing the mobiles, then I have to go to the shop. Then I will submit the purchase requisition first. Okay, purchase requisition. So because of, so I want to purchase some few mobiles, that is called purchase requisition. Then I order to the company. So I'm going to buy, say for example, 50 iPhones. Okay, purchase requisition. So once I submit the purchase requisition, then shop owner will create an PR. Purchase order. Okay, so then he will submit a purchase order. Okay, so once the purchase order has been created, then after this one, then corresponding manager has to approvals. Then next level will goes to the approval stage. Okay, then approval, then invoice will be ready. Okay,
Okay.
so when invoice is ready, so then after the goods delivered, okay, so after the goods delivered to our mention the address, then we will pay the amount. Okay, we will pay the amount. Okay, so this is entire life cycle is nothing but an enterprise resource planning. Because of, so in this life cycle, so everyone is included. Okay, see, if from purchase order pp, okay, purchase requisition, so okay, so this mm module will be included here. Okay, sales and distribution module included here. Then purchase order, PO order, then mm people, then goods deliver here, mm team will be included. And for finance sector, fi people will involve. Okay, then deliver, logistics people will involve. Okay, because of this is entire life cycle is nothing but an enterprise resource planning. Okay, so for this reason, so SAP is very popular to integrated all the modules in a single box. Single platform. Okay, so that is called an SAP ERP. Okay,
Okay.
so that is called an SAP ERP. So why SAP is popular in the sense, then SAP software will provide the user-friendly mechanism to integrate the all the platforms. Okay, all the modules in a single platform. So that is called as an SAP.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that is about an ERP, enterprise resource planning. Okay, so in our SAP, so we have a different modules. Okay, so based on the functionality wise, we have a few modules, or we have a few modules are technical modules. Okay, so few modules are in functional modules. Okay, the few one is an techno functional. Okay, okay, apart from this one, we have a cloud applications also, cloud apps.
Okay. Loud.
Okay, so we can run our business by using this SAP. So we can use this software in on-premises, or else we can use these applications in the cloud also. Okay, SAP is available in on-premises, and SAP is also available in on-cloud applications also. Okay, now HANA is available in on-premises as well as in cloud applications. Okay, the latest version SAP S4 HANA. Okay. Okay. Now coming to, okay, so just this is an introduction. Okay, some few technical. Okay, so what are the technical modules available? We have a basis of another technical module. Then we have an ABAP base of another technical. Okay, so security is also comes under basis. This is also technical. Okay, then coming to the functional. What are the functional modules available? FICO, finance and controlling. Then we have an SD, sales and distribution module. Okay, then we have an MM, so material management. Okay, then PP, production and plan. Okay, so these are all comes under this one, the functional modules. Techno functional in the sense, say for example, then HR is also comes under the functional. Okay, say ABAP HR. Okay, ABAP plus HR. So this is a techno functional consultant. Then ABAP CRM. So this is also customer relationship management. This is also techno functional. So like this way, we have a number of modules available in SAP. So based on the functionality wise, we have a number of modules available. Okay, nothing to worry about the modules. Okay, but today class, then we are going to discuss with an SAP security module. Okay, SAP security module. Okay, so before going to the security, so why we need any security? So that is the first point. Okay, so why we need any security? So what happened if we do not maintain the security in the applications? Okay, so that is the first thing. Okay, now security is common in everywhere. Even in our home also security is there. Okay, so to protect the SAP applications from unauthorized access, we need to maintain the security. Okay, to protect it. Okay, so unauthorized, okay, access from the unauthorized persons. Okay, so we need to maintain the security. So the security, so which is including all the modules. We have a basis also we have a security. Okay, so we have an ABAP is also security. Okay, so we can maintain the security for different all the modules. Okay, how then how to categorize security? Okay, so then what are the what are the core components available in SAP security? Okay, so what are the core components available in the security? The authorizations. Okay, so authorizations, then we have an authentications. Okay, so then we have any users, then we have any roles, and we have any profiles. Okay, then we have an activities, then we have any fields, and we have any field values also. Okay, so these are the SAP security core components. Okay, so then authentication, authorization, users, roles, profiles, activities, fields, and field values. Okay, and we have a transaction codes also. Okay, transaction codes. Okay, so in SAP, so if you want to perform any action, okay, if you want to perform any action, make sure that we have to perform any action by using these transaction codes only. So SAP provided the mechanism for T codes mechanism. Okay, so make sure that you want to perform anything. Okay, so we have to perform through transaction codes only. Say for example, as a developer, so if you want to develop something, then you have to enter the some few commands, either insert commands or either link command or else, okay, then verify command. So like this way in SAP also, so SAP provided the mechanism called as a transaction codes mechanism. Okay, so make sure that then we have to enter the particular transaction code to perform certain activities. Okay. Say for example, users creations, users. Okay, for users creation, make sure that I have to enter the transaction code SU01. Okay, so S means SAP, U means user, 01 means single. Okay, so this is the transaction code I have to enter for creating a user accounts. Okay, so we have to learn about what are the transaction codes which are using for an SAP security. So even SAP MM also for material management, then we have to use MM01 or MM02, MM03, XA01. Okay, so MM0 this is for material master creation, material master change, material master display. So like this way, we have number of transaction codes available in each and every module. Okay, so make sure that then we have to remember all the transaction codes. Okay. Okay, so then coming to the authentication. Okay, so what is an authentication? Okay, so authentication is nothing but that is a basic common mechanism. Okay, okay, to perform any activity. Okay, say for example, if you want to enter into the premises, okay, so make sure that then you have to get an ID card. Okay, just for proof mechanism. Okay, that is called an authentication. Okay, initial authorization. Okay, so once you show your ID card, then you can easily enter into your on premises. So once you enter into on premises, you can perform certain activities. So that is called an authorization. Okay, once you swipe your ID card, then door will allow. Door will, okay, you can enter into the premises. That is called an authorization because you are the authorized person. So make sure that, okay, so in their server, okay, so all of the details, okay, your first name, last name, then okay, so your job activities, everything will be available in the server. So once you swipe in the your ID card, you can allow into the premises. That is called as authorizations. Okay. Then users. Okay. So users is nothing but an person. Simply we can call it as an one person.
Communal
Okay.
premises is the authentication, right?
Yes. Yes. Authentication.
Mm.
Just ID card is an authentication. Authorization is an your access. Okay. Then user. User is nothing but just a person. A person. So simply we can call it as a person. Okay. Then
Mm.
roles. Okay. So roles is nothing but so it is specific a it is specified a okay special business area, one business area. Roles is nothing but an okay it is specified a certain business area. Certain business area in the sense roles. So you are the developer. So that is your role. Okay. So I am the administrator. So my role is an administrator activities. Your role is a developer role. Some XYZ person, then he is an end user. Okay, so like this way, so then SAP okay provided few different roles. Okay, so we can restrict the user access based on the roles only. Okay, so roles are defined a specific area, specific work area. Okay, so if you want to restrict anything, then we can restrict through roles only. Okay, so I will let you know how to restrict then after this one. Okay, so that is about our roles. Then profiles. Okay, once you create a role, then SAP system will deliver the profiles. So based on your I mean the activities, fields and field values. Okay, the system will deliver the profiles. Once the deliver the profiles, okay, then we can access. Okay, profiles is nothing but just it's like an authorizations. Okay, so these profiles contains the activities. What are the activities? We have a 01 activity, 023 activity, 03 activity. Okay, like this way. Activities in the essence creation.
Mm.
Okay, say for example 01 is nothing but a creation. Okay, then 02 is nothing but a change access. Okay,
Mm.
then 03 is nothing but a display access. Okay, so like this way, then in authorization object, then everything is defined under this activity. Okay, so each activity have a separate fields and as well as a field values also available. For example, then actions we have an ACTVT. Okay, so this is a field, then the field value 01. 01 is in a field values. Okay, now coming to this one transaction code SU01. SU01 is the transaction code for creating a user accounts. Okay, then PFCZ. So PFC is the transaction code. This is for a profile generation. Okay, profile generation. Okay, or else we can simply call it as a roles creation. Okay, so this is one of the transaction code. Okay, just these are the just building blocks for SAP security. Okay, authentication, authorization, users, roles, profiles, activities. Okay, now how to maintain a security? So why security is needed? Say in SAP we have a different applications, right? Say for example, FICO. So this is a finance and controlling. Okay, then we have an material management, and we have an SD sales and distribution, and we have an HR also, human resource, or we can call it as an HSC, human capital management. Okay, so for example, let's say for example one person is there, ABC person is there. Okay, okay, so he is an employee. He is an employee. Okay, he is an employee for okay, so XYZ company. Okay, so why security is needed? Just I will give a simple example. Okay, so let's take an HCM module. Okay, human capital management. I will give a simple example. Okay, so in our human capital management, so we can consider few users as employee users. Okay, and a few users we can consider as a manager role. Okay, so employee and as well as a manager. Okay, so I will take an example of a timesheet management. Okay, so employee. Okay, so then daily he booked, okay, a timesheet for 8 hours. Okay, then he is the authorization for only enter the timesheet access. Okay, daily okay, then he can book in 8 hours or else more than 8 hours. Okay, but he is an authorized person, okay, to enter the timesheet only. Okay, so next, as a manager, okay, he is the responsible for approving the timesheet. Okay, so he is the
Mm.
responsible for approving the timesheet, but he can enter the timesheet and he can enter, and also he is access for the approving also. Okay, but most of the cases he is the responsible for approving the timesheet. Okay, then he can't access the editing the access once, okay, once he entered in the timesheet. Okay, so in this case, what happened if we are not maintained the any security mechanisms here? Okay, so if we are not maintain the security, simply, okay, so if we're providing the manager access to the employee, what will happen? So instead of 8 hours, he can book more than 8 hours, right? He can book the more than 8 hours. So instead of 8 hours, he can book then 12 hours. Then he claimed the for 12 hours. What will happen? Okay, so he is the responsible for approving, I mean, enter the timesheet and as well as an approving the timesheet. If we're providing the access to the approving access to the employee also, simply he can book the time and he can approve. Okay, so instead of 8 hours, he can book in 12 hours. Then simply he can approve. Okay. Then,
Authentication.
yeah, then finally who will pay for this money for extra 4 hours? Then company has to pay the amount. Okay, so where the amount coming from? Coming from the stakeholders. Then finally who will lose the money?
Company.
Okay, yeah, company will lose. So for that reason, make sure that we have to maintain the security mechanisms in all applications. Okay, so why security consult needed in the sense, make sure that we have to restrict the user access based on the roles and responsibilities. So make sure that we have to provide an, okay, so for employee we have to provide only employee access. For manager we have to provide a manager access. So make sure that we should not provide manager access to employee. Okay, so like this way also, so finance. Okay, so make sure that we have to provide a finance access to the only finance person. Okay, so we should not provide an FI access to the person. Okay, so he is responsible for only material management only, and SDs, sales and distribution. Then HCM, this is for only human capital management. Okay, so in order to restrict the user access, okay, so security has been introduced into SAP. Okay, so
Mhm.
that is the main agenda why we have maintained the security. So in order to avoid the risk factors, in order to avoid the segregation of duties, so make sure that then we have to maintain the security. Okay,
Mm.
so that is the concept of security. So make sure that we have to restrict the user access. So what will happen? So, so if the finance consultant having the material management access, what will happen? Simply he can order some materials and he will approve. Then finally he will get some even sales and distribution also. So in this example, so yeah, in this example, from purchase requisition to automatic payment, up to invoice, goods deliver, automatic payment. Okay, so in this example, different people involving, right? Then SD people involving sales and distribution to okay to create a purchase requisition. Okay, then people will involve, okay, for materials check, goods check. Then finance, FICO people will involve for payment related issues. Okay, and HR persons. HR person is not been knowing. Okay, then PP, production and planning, if the mobiles are available or not. Okay, so what will happen if I'm providing the all the access to one person? Okay, so first say for example, I'm providing the, okay, John. Okay, what happened if I providing the all the access to one person? Simply he can create a one broad purchase requisition, dummy purchase requisition, and simply he can approve. Simply he can deliver the goods. Okay, then simply then he is the responsible for only invoice. Then he can create a fake invoice. Okay, finally he will transfer the some amount into his bank account. Okay, then he left the company. Okay, what will happen? Okay, finally company has to pay the amount. Okay. So for that reason, then we have to restrict the user access based on his roles and responsibilities. Okay, so make sure that then HR people have only HR access, and FICO people having the FICO access, and SD people having the SD access. Okay, so we should not combine SD access into MM into FICO, FICO into HR. Okay, so that is called as even say for example even HCM also HR also we have a different parts available. So for example, we have a payroll department. Okay, we have an onboarding department. Okay, we have an offboarding department. Okay, we have a travel management. Okay, then we have an ESS and as well as MSS team. Okay, then we have an expensive management. Okay, so we have a different teams involved in HR. Okay, payroll. And every month 22 or as a 23, to make sure that they have to perform the payroll running department. Make sure that they have to perform the payroll activities. Then onboarding. Once new employee is joined into organization, make sure that onboarding formalities have to finish. All the document verification, ID creation, everything they have to take care of onboarding team. And offboarding team. Once employee resign into the company, so make sure that okay, then he has to provide the resignation letter. Some formalities will be there. That will have to take care for an offboarding team. Under travel management, say if we have any on-site opportunities or else something, then travel management team has to take care of their employee travels. Okay, then employee ESS MSS. Okay, for any approvals, then he has to employee self-service and management self-service team has to take care. And expensive management team, any some additional activities, this team has to take care. Okay, so in order to maintain the security, make sure that we have to segregate all the duties. Okay, so payroll department does not have access for an onboarding team. Okay, so then onboarding team does not have access to the offboarding team. So what will happen if we combine all those things in a single platform? Simply, okay, simply anyone can do the fraud. So that is the main agenda. Okay, so main we have to decrease the risk factors. Okay, so mainly we have to decrease the risk factors in our business application. Okay, so that is the main agenda of an SAP security. So even say for example in your PC also, in order to protect some ransomware, so to make sure that we have to install an antivirus, right? So for even in our mobiles also we have to maintain screen locks, screen guard something, pin lock. So that is also one of the security. So even SAP is also, so the security has been implemented. Okay, so we have to restrict the security based on his roles and responsibilities. Okay, so that is about security. And one more thing here, So in our SAP security application, we don't have any coding mechanism. So everything is under technical only. So there is no coding mechanism in this one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. For coding mechanism, we have a separate module is called, that is called as an ABAP. Okay. Advanced Business Application Program. This is an ABAP language. This is for an the developers coding. Okay. In our security, so we don't have any coding mechanism. So it is entirely technical only. Okay.
Okay.
Just this about an SAP security. Okay. So any questions?
Up till now, no questions. On I found like these are the software testing only, no? Like we are signing to our Gmail account and
Yes.
you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
bank account. We have to provide the correct data.
Yes,
Otherwise,
yes,
it pop-ups the wrong messages. Yeah.
exactly, yes.
All these are for the
Mm.
security purpose.
Yes, yes. You are restricting through programming level. I mean
Mm.
backend. But in SAP we are restricting through transaction codes here.
Okay. Transaction procedures.
Yes, transaction codes. We are
And in
restricting the user. Yeah,
okay.
based on the transaction codes only. So everything is in transaction code only. In SAP, everything is in transaction code only. So if you want to perform any activity, either create activity, change activity, display activity, execute activity, so everything you have to perform through transaction codes only.
So we have to learn all that codes,
Yes,
like
exactly. Yeah, only few
and
transaction codes, nothing to worry about. No, we don't have any that much of plenty transaction codes. We have a few transaction codes.
okay.
Almost.
But GRC, is there any built-up application we used, or we have to write any
No, even
functions or
yeah, even GRC also. So GRC stands for an governance, risk, and compliance.
okay. Hello, you're not audible.
Hello,
Yeah,
am I audible?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So GRC is nothing much. This is called a governance state. Okay, this is called governance, risk, and compliance. This is a governance tool. So it is mainly used for an auditing purpose.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
It's mainly used for auditing purpose. This is an additional component on top of ECC.
The condition had
Okay, so this is an additional component on top of an ECC. So for mainly this tool is mainly used for a governance tool, so which is mainly used for an, tracking and auditing purpose. Okay, so by using this tool, then we can reduce the risk factors in ECC system. We can reduce the risk factors in the transaction code levels.
Okay.
Okay, so in GRC, then we have an different modules. Then we have an access control, we have a process control, we have a risk management system, and we have an EHS also, environment, health and safety, and we have an GTS also, global trade services. Okay, but mainly we are focusing on access control only.
These are different tools or applications.
Access control application.
Okay.
Access control, this is the one application, and process control, this is an simply we can call it as a module here. PC module.
All these are covered in a same software, or we can.
Yes, same software, but covering the only ECC security and as well as an access control security. I'm covering only. Okay, but PC, RM, these are all the different topics, different modules.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm covering ECC. I mean covering the ECC security plus on top of that we are covering the GRC. Okay, GRC.
GCC, GRC, AC.
Yeah, GRC
3.
is access control. Okay, ECC is nothing but enterprise central component. This is an basic. Okay, and then on top of I'm covering GRC AC, access control application.
Okay. All
Okay.
codes and all transactions.
Yeah, in ECC we have a transaction codes. In GRC we don't have that much of transaction code, but here we have a web application. This one we can run through all the application through web only.
Okay.
Okay, so
Then
this is just a web application.
okay, if one can learn PC, RM, EHS or GTS, then other course need to join, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And
Okay.
actually, I have a doubt. Like
Mm,
SQL software for Oracle
mm,
database, it has
mm.
its own what we can say own controls or own functions, like
Yes.
select star from this table, like
Yes. Yes.
so. In this GRC,
Mm,
ECC, GRC, AC. This
mm.
it is covered under the same software, right?
No, 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 not same software. So this
Three
is
different softwares.
yeah, yeah, no, no, no. So GRC AC. So this is an only one term. Under GRC, we have an access control, process control, risk management. So simply we can call it as GRC access control, GRC AC. Okay.
Okay.
So this EC, this mechanism is different, and GRC, this access control mechanism, this mechanism is different. So we can
Okay.
consider this is in one server, this is in one server, or else we can consider this is in one application and this one is in some other application.
Mm.
But before you learn GRC access control, make sure that you have to learn ECC security. Directly, we can't go through GRC. So because of the basic things comes from GRC only, ECC only. So GRC is on top of ECC application. To maintain the high level security, we can use GRC. For basic thing, first you have to learn ECC. ECC security. On top of ECC security, you can go with an GRC. Yes.
Okay. And how much duration it requires to learn
Duration.
ECCG?
Yeah, yeah. So duration for a GRC and ECC, it will take nearly 30 to 45 days easily.
Okay. And how much hours per day?
Per day, we can go to 1 or 1.5 hours. So if we have time, then we can go within 2 hours also on weekends, no issues.
I have to practice it like
Hmm.
after class as well. How much time?
No,
For self
Naveen will
practice.
yeah, yeah. Naveen will provide the system access. Then you can go through the recording videos. Then you can practice. So if you have any doubts, then just you can call me. I will assist.
Okay. Can you provide jobs as well?
Currently, we're not providing any direct jobs, but we can give the assurance. Then we can give the referrals.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So apart from this, do you have any questions or else any queries?
No, actually, I don't have any queries because I
Okay.
don't have much idea about.
Okay. First, initially, just we'll go through the ECC security. So
Hmm.
then, after completing this one, then we can go with the GRC.
Okay.
Okay, because of
Actually,
these
I
are the.
will share my yes, I will share my experience with my husband. He
Mhm.
will connect with
Okay.
you.
Okay, no issues.
Actually, I like your demo session.
Oh, super. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my best suggestion, first don't go with an GRC application. So just initially go with an ECC security. So once you're confident, then after this one you will go with an GRC.
Okay.
So because of then the data for GRC applications also, the data comes from ECC only.
Oh,
So
okay.
we have to integrate it with the both the systems. So to maintain the top level securities, we have to integrate our ECC box into the GRC. So for that reason,
Is there
then
any theoretical what
yeah,
I can say?
yes,
Is there any
documents available.
theories are there?
Theory is there. Okay, theoretical documents available. Then I will share. Nothing to worry.
Okay.
But except the theories, practically is more important here.
Acha. Okay.
Just understand the concept, then go through the system, then you can do the number of practicals. So then only you will get an idea. So
Okay.
otherwise you can forget everything easily if you're not practicing within 1 or 2 days, I mean 1 week, then later when you enter into the system, then you can easily forget.
Oh.
So but then make sure that you have to practice daily.
Acha.
Okay, so theoretical part is very less. Okay, but I'm more concentrating on practical. Just understand the concept, then go through the system. Okay, then execute the steps. Then only you can easily remember the things. If you go with only theoretical, okay, so yeah, so you can't easily remember. So when you go with a practical, then only you can easily remember.
Okay.
Okay, so I prefer only the practicals.
Okay.
Okay, so just understand the concept, just understand the basic concept, then go through the system, then execute the scenarios.
Okay.
Okay, so nothing to worry. Then I will give you the number of examples. Okay, then different types of examples. Then you can go through the system. Then you can execute. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For further things, then you can check with Naveen and let me know so that we can start.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
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 We are going
Thank
to
you,
stop
Naveen.
here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to stop. Then for further details, then you can check with Naveen.
Okay.
Okay. If everything is fine, then we can
Okay.
start soon.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.